Hi everybody, my name is Lynn Ismail and welcome to my channel. In this video, I'm going to be talking about 3 perennials that I grew from seed that actually were great for cut flowers. Having hardy perennials that you can rely on for cut flowers is a good idea because they will keep coming back and you don't have to replace them each year, which saves you with labor and you don't have to disturb the soil too much. The perennials I'll mention here are easy to grow and I found that they don't require much water. So if you are trying to save water as well, then this might be an interesting video for you. The first one is the rose mint agastache. Agastache is from the mint family and they do provide these spikes that can provide an interesting line in floral arrangements. I like to harvest them once most of the blooms are done and you're left with just a tier of pink calyxes that keeps its color. Now, rose mint agastache, I bought this one from Rare Seeds. They are perennials to zones 4 to 10 and prefers rich, well-drained soil in full sun. Where I am in zone 6, we have wet winters, so I planted this a few years ago and sometimes they don't come back. But right now I have it somewhere well drained and I'm hoping that they'll keep coming back to me. As you see, they look interesting in a floral design, and as you can see, they can be geotrophic, which means the plant responds with gravity, and so even though they're slanted, they will eventually want to move up, which is fine. It makes it interesting to me anyway. Next one is Potentilia nepalensis. For most of the year, it's an unassuming ground cover that can tolerate very dry soil. But once June or July hits, they produce these stems that remind me of mini GMs. I like these better than GMs because they last longer in the vase. And the seed heads, once they're done blooming, the seed heads still have some interest in an arrangement. It is perennial to zone 5 to 8 and prefers rich, well-drained soil. And where I have it, it's pretty much dry, exposed to a lot of sun, and rabbits don't like them at all. So like I was mentioning earlier, even though it's done blooming, it still has it still produces something interesting in an arrangement. It's got some airy element that I really like, and you can insert them anywhere in the arrangement and it just peeks through just like they usually do in a real garden. The ones I have are coral and pink. I believe you can get them in red too, but I don't have those. I will try to get my hands on them to plant them out next year. But they do produce a lot of seeds, they do produce a lot of stems, they last long in the vase, they last long in the garden. So I don't understand why not a lot of people have found this yet. Now this is a surprise to me. This is Valeriana officinalis. This is what they look like in the spring when they bloom. Very fragrant, but the ones that I was surprised, the one that I'm glad to discover, is that they are great for foliage. They last long in the vase, and if you cut them as a young shoot from the base, the stems grow tall. They elongate. They will self-seed a lot, but you can use those seedlings once they have about 8 inch. Cut them from the base, put them in the vase, and they will elongate. They're pretty much easy to grow from seeds. They are hardy to zones 4 to 9. And they said prefers average to well-drained soil in sun to part shade. I have it in pretty much shaded area in my garden and I don't water them. Or at least the rain waters them. So they do well in dry shade, at least here in zone 6A. And they do great as a foliage for arrangements. So if you enjoyed this video, thanks so much for watching. I will see you again next week. Bye for now.